boy. When they look deep inside, know they doubted the boy. Now I'm giving them the work and I'm doing them the worst. It's a job, I'm the boss, and I had to employ. Yeah.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the PandaCast podcast. I am your co-host, Tommy Richardson, and this week we are finally joined with the man, the myth, the legend, my co-host, Mr. Justin Rankin. What's up, brother?
Too much, man. Excited to do this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude. So last week we had our introductory one where I basically just said who we are, what we're doing, and why we're doing it. Talked a little bit about the question of the day. You can always go watch that instead of having to hear me talk about it again because I don't want to talk about it twice. And but this week we got a pretty cool episode going on this week. So first and foremost, we're going to talk to Justin a little bit about what he does at Lion Panda, and then after that, we're going to move into our question of the week, and then we're going to move into what are you looking forward to. So those are 3 segments today. Number 1, who is Justin? What does he do, and why does he do it? Question of the week. And then we're going to move straight into what we're looking forward to. So let's just jump right into it. Justin, so you have been in marketing for a very long time. You've been doing this for well over 10 years, correct?
I have. Getting close to 15 here. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you're getting old, basically. That's what I'm hearing. So essentially, and we're co-hosting this, man. I just want people to know, man, just tell them a little bit about yourself. Tell them, what it is that you do, and maybe a little bit of past history, and catch us up to where we are now in 2025.
Yeah, I founded a company back in 2018. It was in marketing for HVAC, plumbing, and things like that before. And in 2018, launched Hard Media Group. And after launching Hard Media Group, after years of social media videography and development, we ended up merging with Lion and Panda. And I became one of the owners here at Lion and Panda throughout that merger. And Lion and Panda is a full-scale marketing and dev agency that can do anything that's being done on the internet. So very, very cool to kind of get to talk about all of it.
Yeah, and of course, me and Justin work together. I'm part of the sales aspect of that. That's all I do. I have 0 ownership in this company, but I love it. It's fun. I love what we're doing, man. And that kind of leads us into what we were going to talk about today. So one of the questions that we've gotten from a lot of companies lately is essentially like, how can you make my life easier? So we're seeing this trend kind of happen to where marketing companies can't just be marketing companies anymore. We have to be business solution companies. Like, we got to have a solution for everything, especially with the day and age of AI that we're seeing come in right now. And so, like, I want to toss this question to you. Like, what's one of the big things that we're doing to help companies have solutions that are outside of marketing?
Yeah, we're doing sales enablement. So it's my favorite word right now, sales enablement, making the job on the sales team just significantly easier, right? So what we're doing is building in processes. We're able to build sales funnels and sales cycles that actually reduce the number of sales guys they need in like a commercial space, or better equip the sales team in the residential space, whether they're door knocking, making calls, checking back in. What we're able to do is, do some lead scoring, some qualification, and then warming those leads up, or, reaching out to previous customers and saying, hey, what are your needs now? When should you get an inspection? Because we started like these type of things, we're asking these prospects for them so that they're not having to do it. So we're getting these leads to a state where sales comes in and they know that the prospects have been actively looking or actively touching things online. Like, hey, maybe they're searching for roof repair, or they're looking for nano coatings, or they're looking for a replacement, or they bought a new house that needs a new roof. We're taking this intent data, cycling it into our processes, and trying to avoid some of the overall ad spend to reduce some of the budgets and keep that CAC, or that customer acquisition cost, to a reasonable place for these guys. So we're going beyond marketing, reaching into sales and into the development of the process for them, and helping alleviate some of that pain. As we know that good sales guys can stick, but you guys, when you're trying to fill some of those voids, a lot of times you have some sales turnover, or things like that you're constantly shuffling. Training is expensive, time consuming. You might be giving the guy you barely met 3 weeks ago the keys to a truck with your name on the side of it. We've heard some horror stories about what's going on. So if you can, make the sales process easier for your A players, the guys who've been here 5-10 years, and you can reduce the need to bring in B players or C players to your company, what kind of impact that can make. And so we're looking at how we tailor that with marketing and sales efforts.
Dude, yeah, so that's one of the really cool things that I love about what we're doing is, so there's a couple things in there that I actually enjoy talking about that, our clients love is when we start talking about the lead qualification system that we actually do. And dude, it's kind of frustrating that we still have to deal with this in 2025, but like lead quality is just, it's such a thing, dude. Like people talk about it all the time. I need quality of lead, quality of lead. Okay, well then what even is a lead? You know what I mean? Like, what even is a lead? Because a lead is different to everybody. And it's like a perfect story about this, right? So one of our clients, me and you were on a call with him last week, right? I think it was our monthly check-in or whatever it was. He was talking about more leads. And it's like, okay, well, what is a lead to you? And so for him, it was just, it's an appointment book. That's a lead to this particular client. Whereas I was talking with a guy the very next day in the same industry. He's like, a lead is somebody who calls with the intention to buy something. So you got one person over here that's talking about how a lead is somebody that calls in with intention to buy. And then you got another guy over here saying a lead is an appointment set. Well, when we're being judged on two completely different things, it does make our job a little bit more difficult. So that's why we have developed the Pandalytics aspect of our business of AI qualifying these leads that is very customizable to the client, and it has helped, in my opinion, with defining what is a lead and what isn't a lead based off of the customer's wants.
Yeah, 100%. So we'll interview stakeholders in the company and start to figure these things out. Like, what's your lead process look like? What is a lead to you, and what do we need to set these KPIs for? Because if you start managing your marketing company on KPIs, and there's parts of those KPIs that are out of that control, how can we mitigate that to bring that back into our control? We're not saying we can't do it, we can't tailor or customize it, but we may need to make some changes in that flow so that it makes sense for each team we work with.
100%, man. And like I said, dude, that's what I love about what it is that we're doing here. It's everything makes more sense to the client. But the sales enablement side of it, so let's be clear about something. We're not trying to cancel out your sales guys. We don't want you to have to fire sales guys. All we're trying to do is just keep them selling. That's it.
Yes.
Like follow-ups of people that haven't done anything or past clients, we're just trying to make that an automated process. We're not trying to take away anything from them. Like your sales guys most likely work on commission, and they're only making money when they're sitting in front of the right client who wants to buy something from them. So that's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to help you keep the sales guys selling.
We want to keep those A players happy. The guys you guys are out there killing it and making sure that they're equipped. Or if you guys interview or bring in other A players, that they have the tools and resources you can tout. Like, hey, look at the numbers. Look at what we've been able to do for the team we have here. You should come sell for us.
100%. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, that's actually a great point. It's actually a phenomenal recruiting tool for them to be able to use. Of like, look, this is how we're qualifying leads to make sure when you show up, they're legit.
Yeah, and then the commercial side, we're talking about a little bit of a different animal. But for those of you who are doing commercial, what we can do there is so different. I mean, you guys know what chasing commercial leads looks like. It's relationship building. It's weeks, months, years of cultivating these relationships, waiting for them to go. There's new sources of intent data where we can actually do some AI tracking for certain industry keywords to see, when these guys are actually looking. So property managers or facilities managers, ownership is starting to look to do something, make a move on a commercial route. We're able to take those guys, cycle them into a long-tailed sales cycle, and help cultivate those commercial leads so that you guys are getting them, because you guys know that one commercial lead is worth 30 residential in some cases, if not more, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
The guys do that, we can make that play as well, which is a really cool aspect that is being neglected in my point. Like, everyone thinks you have to knock doors and shake hands, and commercial marketing is almost impossible, but the realistic aspect here is it's not.
Yeah. So I'm actually looking over here. I got one more question for you. This is actually somebody, so I posted something and said, what questions do you want us to ask? One guy said, why do all marketing companies suck? First off, not true. Just so we're clear, not all marketing companies suck. But this actually opens up a can of worms, Justin. And I'm so glad we get to, on a whim, answer this question. We didn't have time to think about this. So I'll say this much. If you think all marketing companies, so how about this? I'm gonna use this as an example. Sorry, you gotta give me a second to think about this one. So when I was in high school, my my mom told me, like I was going through, like I dated a lot of people in high school. That's not a brag. You'll see in just a second how that's not a brag, right? So like I dated a lot of girls in high school, and I've probably been through 5 or 6 girlfriends between my sophomore and junior year or something insane like that, right? And but I wanted a relationship that was going to last. And I asked my mom, I was like, what is going on? Like, what is the problem? Like, these girls are just crazy. Like, they're insane. Like, I can't find a good one. And my mom looked at me, she goes, hey, Tommy, what's the common denominator between every single girl that you've dated? I was like, you don't have to give me a second to think about that. She goes, no, it shouldn't take you that long. I was like, well, what is it? She goes, you. You're the common denominator with all of the girls that you dated. So maybe you need to start looking internally to see if something's wrong with you. And guess what? I'm going to turn that around to this person asking this question to me. Why do all marketing companies suck? Well, this kind of applies. What's the common denominator? Now, I'm saying that like respectfully, like you've got to look at what your systems and what your processes are, and you've got to understand what it is that you want out of that marketing company. I mean, how do you feel about that, Justin? I mean, if somebody comes and they've been through numerous marketing companies over the course of the past 3 to 4 years, like what are your, like how can we help them? You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's got to be a way to help them be successful.
Yeah, I'd say that it's not that the companies themselves, that the industry companies or the marketing companies suck. What's happening is a lot of times is clients will set up agencies for failure. They don't mean to do it. They're not trying to do it, but you're setting your agency up for failure. One, because you didn't set unrealistic expectations. Yeah, a company came in and was like, hey, I can do these different things. Well, they can, but if you start putting blockers in place, like, hey, we don't really want you to see finances, so no CRM access. Or you're like, hey, we don't feel like that's important, even though the agency told you it was important. Or, hey, I only want to work on Google and not on other channels. So when you start to put roadblocks and things in place of your agency, and you start telling your marketing agency how to do their job, is when we have the biggest issue. And so many guys want to control at such a high level. And I get it. Like, I'm a business owner. I want to control everything. But you didn't bring me in to control me, right? Like, you brought me in because there's strategy. We're doing innovative things and we're changing the way these things are done. But if you come in and you tell me how to do my job, it'd be like me coming in and be like, all right, this is how I want this roof laid. I bet I have
Yeah.
I guarantee I would have leaks. I'd be calling. I'd be pissed off. I'd be telling you you're the problem, even though I told you where to put some of the different parts of the roof. Hey guys, you know what? I don't even want gutters here. Why do I got a basement leak? I don't know. Maybe because I didn't put gutters on my house. Like, there's all kinds of things going on, right? Like,
Yeah.
And that's the same aspect we run into. It's usually that companies have set agencies up for failure unknowingly. They don't know they're doing it. They're not bad business owners. There's no one to blame. It's just you set them into a position that they can't win, and then you blamed them for it because you didn't know any better. So the easiest way to do is across the table. So
well, and I would even go as far to say also, well, first off, let's address all the things that you talked about. Unrealistic expectations. Now, that is, the marketing company does have to take responsibility for some of that. Like some of the, because I've done it, dude. Like, young business owner, you're just trying to close the deal. Yep, we can do that. Yep, we can do that. Yep, you're a yes man because you want to close the deal so bad you don't know what to do with yourself, right? So like, I 100% agree that sometimes the marketing company sets themselves up for failure. But also on that same token, when we tell you we can do something, we mean it. We can do it, like, and we will get it done. But there's also a level of patience that has to take place as well. Like, you didn't get in the situation that you're in 3 months. I'm not going to get you out of it in 3 months. Like, it's impossible. Like, it took me all of last year to go from 185 pounds to 233 pounds. And that was not a good weight gain. It took me all year to get there. Well, guess what? I can't expect to get back down to 185 in 1 year. It's harder to lose it than it is to gain it when we're talking about weight. And the same thing applies with marketing, just in reverse. It's really easy to lose it and it's really hard to gain it. So there has to be some level of patience on both sides of the coin here.
Yeah, with that said, yeah, there's like, just like with weight loss or any other thing else, like, there's no magic bullet. You have so many agencies that have come in. There's a magic bullet. There's a magic bullet. Or companies are expecting you, because you're an agency, to have this magic wand to fix things. Realistically, it's just hard work. I would compare an agency in 2025 closer to a financial advisor in the role that they set than the traditional old school marketing, like where they have this magic bullet to get SEO rolling or this new tool. Like, it is practicality, putting things in the right places in the right budget, and then having patience and allowing those returns to grow over time. It's very similar to that. And if you have a marketing company that knows what they're doing, they don't want this. I don't want this rocket trajectory because it's not sustainable. What I want is the same thing your financial advisor wants. I want year in year growth over growth and percentages that make sense and that are sustainable for your business. So you can lean against it. You can hire sales guys accordingly. You can grow accordingly. You can scale accordingly, because that's the only way marketing will ever make sense inside the business. And it should kind of be looked at in the same manner as if you were investing your money into stocks, bonds, real estate, anything else. Like, you want stability more than you want a rocket ship.
100%. I love it. Let's end it on that, man. You might drop it. Let's leave it. That was beautiful. That was so well said. All right, let's move on to the next part of this podcast, because we got about 13 minutes left, and I got a feeling this next section is going to take about 13 to 14 minutes for us to talk about what are you looking forward to? What are you looking forward to? Justin, I'm going to let you go first just because yours is closer than mine is. So I'm going to let you go first. What are you looking forward to, man?
Seeing the Reds in the playoffs. We snuck in, baby. If you guys are in, we had probably the most interesting wild card race in all of baseball was right there with us, the Reds, the Mets and the Diamondbacks, all competing right there at the last seconds, and the Reds pulling it out. Well, strong words. The Reds, the Mets losing, and the Reds getting
the Mets metted.
Pull it out themselves, but the Mets metted. And my boys are going to the postseason, and I think we'll be dangerous there because we have the ability to run on a small staff, and we've been playing good baseball coming in. So we've been a lot of good teams in the last few weeks to make it. I'm very excited to get in. We just got to beat these Dodgers, baby.
You took 2 out of 3 from the Brewers. You swept the Cubs. You did everything right. Yeah. You did everything right. I'm happy for you. You know why? Because I hate the Mets. I'll go ahead and put it out there. I do not like the Mets. I hate them. They're stupid. They're pesky. They're annoyingly average at best. Do not like them. I will put that out there. We can cut that clip and post it. I'm fine with that. I do not like the Mets. As you can tell by my hat, I am no. Don't like them. But man, I am excited for you guys, dude. Like, bringing Francona in. This is first year?
Yep.
This is first year? Yeah. First year of Terry Francona. For those of you who are non-baseball fans, he's the one who got the Red Sox out of their, 87-year slump with the Curse of the Babe back in 04, I think it was. 04, 05, somewhere in that. I'm not a Red Sox fan. I have no idea. But I know that he was the manager at the time. And then he also went to Cleveland after that. And look what Cleveland's doing. They just won the AL Central. I mean, he left a lasting legacy there. And now he's in Cincinnati. I mean, first year in the postseason, basically on a very, I would say, mid-major market.
Yeah, which is awesome. I mean, having Tito come in, and he loves young, talented guys who want to work hard. So Cincinnati has that right now. They're fun to watch, man. They're one of the youngest teams in baseball, and they're exciting. So, I know you have some excitement coming up too, the Phillies, but they're one of the most robust teams in baseball, and one we've struggled with all year.
I love my Phils, dude. Them and the Eagles, man, they stressed me out this weekend. But what am I looking forward to? I get to go to Philadelphia to go see Game 1 of the NLDS on Saturday. Now, we don't know if we're playing the Dodgers or the Reds yet. So we'll see what happens. But I feel good no matter who it is. We've won the season series against the Dodgers this year. We took 2 out of 3 of them at home and when we were in LA. So we won 4 out of 6. And then the Reds, I honestly, God, I think we took 2 out of 3 from y'all July 4th weekend, but I really just don't remember. I'm going to be honest with you.
But I think we took 2 out of 3 from you, and you took 2 out of 3 from us.
That, you know what? We're going to double check this. We're going to double check this real quick. We're going to fact check ourselves super quick to make sure. We're going to fact check ourselves. So I know we played you guys. All right, so y'all took 2 out of 3 from us in August. And then we took, yep, you're right. And then we took 2 out of 3 from you at home. So I feel pretty good.
That's a good series.
And we only played each other twice this year. So basically, whoever's got the home team has the advantage in that. And I like our chances considering we get 3 home games.
And we'll be coming from the West Coast. Ugh, West Coast to East Coast.
Yeah, so hopefully for y'all, you wrap it up on Wednesday. You just go ahead and win 2. You can come home, get a day or 2 of rest, and then fly out to Philly. I'm hoping it goes until really, really late in the night on Thursday. I'm talking like a good 16, 17 inning game would be great. I'd appreciate that.
To see Abbott game 1. We need to take the first 2. Hunter Green, Lodolo, go take the first 2 so the Phillies have to see the ace in the All-Star on game 1. That'd be great.
Well, man, this has been fun. Again, you know, this is the PandaCast podcast, man. Like, we're just going to come on here. We're going to talk about what we do. This is a completely biased opinion on marketing. I'm just going to be straight with you. This is our bias, and it's our platform, so we can say whatever we want for the most part. So yeah, we appreciate everybody who listened. We appreciate having you guys in. Justin, thanks for joining us. We will 100% do this again next week on Monday when I am probably absolutely exhausted after being in Philly all weekend, but I will be here, maybe with sunglasses on, but I will be here. And we'll have a good time. We're gonna enjoy it. Any last words, Justin?
Enjoy the trip. Safe travel.
Perfect. I most certainly will. Good luck to your Reds this week. And look, thanks for tuning in. And if you don't know, now you know. And we'll see you next week.
They never thought I would be gone great. I'm just a peon, but realized they be gone fake. They better